Hey everyone, and welcome to the All Elite Zone podcast on YouTube and Twitch. We are here for our AEW Rampage live reaction. Tonight should be a pretty good Rampage. We have a Rampage in week 2. Rampage should be pretty good. We got Jake Hager versus Roger Strong in action. As you can tell, by thumbnail, it's Anna Jay and Ryan May. And right now we are starting off tonight with the three-way trios match. We have Top Flight and Action Andretti versus Pentagon, Brian Keith, and Commander versus Private Party and Matt Sydal. So we also have the Young Bucks in action. So
the Young Bucks.
Yeah, that should be an interesting match, to say the least. I would have personally, I'd have done something else in that time slot, but it's better than Marina Shafir. I'd rather have the Young Bucks than Marina Shafir.
I saw that coming.
Yeah, it takes a lot to want to see the Marina Shafir match. And also, Tony Khan finally listening to the fans. For 600 days, Malachi Black will finally begin a singles match on AEW TV tomorrow night on Collision. It will be Malachi Black and Brian Keith. I talked about this on Wednesday. I was doing daily petitions to Tony Khan of Malachi Black getting a singles match and a singles championship run. And we finally listened to one of them. So Malachi Black will finally be back in singles action tomorrow night against Brian Keith. So good step in a direction to get Malachi Black more used on AEW.
Yes.
Malachi Black is very, very talented from NXT to WWE to AEW.
Very overlooked, I think.
I said Wednesday, if it wasn't for Malachi, Julia Hart would still be a cheerleader. She would be a champion. He would be a cheerleader. Probably losing every match. Malachi Black. Speaking of Malachi, well, I'm not going to say that. But there's a lot of those good interviews coming out. Just so I probably should be throwing Malachi's Black name in that, but. Yeah, you never know who you might see on here. We've had Buddy Matthews on here, so you might see Malachi Black or Buddy Matthews again, or Brody King, or Julia Hart.
I
think you're muted over there, Siren.
But there will be a special guest announcement tonight. If you guys checked out our socials on Twitter and Facebook, there will be a special guest announcement tonight. I'll probably do it at the 30-minute mark. I think you might be muted.
And Commander. We got bodies everywhere here, guys. Tearing off inside the ring of Commander. Now goes around Dante. That's T. Harris. Takes down Dante. Let's call that one. T. Harris. Have you been watching?
It's a hot crowd, too.
I think my muted, Siren.
Yeah, you're muted over there. I think happens to me all the time.
Oh, that's why I thought it was like my mic, and I'm like, why? I can't speak. We're good. Hi.
Welcome.
Hi. I'm like, I am tired.
I'm not the biggest Commander fan, but
he's wearing this phenomenal pink ring gear, though. He looks just freaking stellar. He was wearing this on Ring of Honor.
That's
like last year when me and Adam went to we went to Dynamite together, and we saw Rampage, and Commander and Ray Fence had a really, really, really good match. That was probably the best match we saw that entire night. It blew Dynamite out of the water, that match.
He's phenomenal in ring. The only downside to Commander is he never gets stuck into any long-lasting storyline for himself. He's like a piece in like, oh, you need another guy for like a this way tag match? Sure. You know?
Yeah.
He's just someone to throw in. Which his record says that, so he's gonna have a Serpentico record if he doesn't watch out.
The Serpentico record.
Dude, that dude almost got 200 losses in AEW. I quit. I quit. I just be a janitor or something at that point. Like, I mean, Serpentico's a really good wrestler though. He plays two characters. Sometimes if you watch Dark or Ring of Honor, he goes by John Cruz, or he goes by Serpentico.
I love John Cruz.
It'd be funny to have them against each other in these times. That would be.
Anybody who doesn't actually know off the top of their heads who John Cruz is, do you remember that guy that like when Samoa Joe did the whole like nope thing and the guy like looked at him and everybody was talking about him for like 15 minutes? That's John Cruz, and he is amazing, and his in-ring and his selling and everything like that is always like that, and it's awesome.
Yeah, Samoa Joe, he's done that for a long time. He's embarrassed a lot of people over the years with that.
That was a perfect picture moment right there, too. They caught it right at the right time.
Collision should be good tomorrow. What's the card, James? I don't remember the card for Collision tomorrow. If you have it in the top of your head, you should let me know because I am forgetful.
It's FTR versus Shane Taylor and Lee Moriarty. Bryan Danielson versus some Japanese guy. I don't know his name Nagata. I don't know what his name is. Bryan Danielson's against someone. I don't know what it. Akiyama. I don't know what his name is. I see 4 on AEW. Malachi Black versus Brian Keith so far. And Serena Deeb is in action and Thunder Rosa.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Great.
Two separate matches. I'm assuming one will be a competitive match, like because Dynamite they did the same thing, but then they later announced Diana and Madison Rain, which was a little bit more competitive than just Tony in action. So I'm assuming one of those matches will be Tony Serena or Thunder Rosa will have a competitive match.
I really hope it's Serena. I love Serena Deeb. I'm so happy she's back. It was a great lead-in for her back.
Yeah. Great talent. She's in great shape, coming back on fire. I mean, I can't wait to see her.
I was actually brainstorming today at work. I'm going to be sending this tweet out to Tony Khan. I send tweets to Tony Khan every day. But AEW bringing back the soft brand split. And for the women, it was very interesting, just breaking down the rosters. And Thunder Rosa and Serena Deeb was 2 I would put on Collision.
Yeah, I would.
That same spot there with Commander and Matt Sydal and Dante, that was just on ROH.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, when I used to referee matches, and some of these guys would do 2-day shows, they'd have the same matches and do the same spots in each match.
Why would you do it so close together? I get it if it's a dope spot, like
I don't know, because it's easy and they come up with it, and then they don't have to come up with anything new.
Like, this is really cool. Let's do it again.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. See, that's the thing. WWE, they'll do that stuff too.
I noticed one, especially on house shows, that's what they
Yeah.
do. But on house shows, they do the same finish.
That I get, but like, I mean, I don't know.
But
I
like
mean,
sometimes the matches are the exact same. Sometimes
Yeah.
that's
they
crazy.
do that.
But like, how many people travel around and watch the house shows?
That's a lot. I mean, there's people out there that are dedicated that go to just about every one.
Yeah, there's that one guy.
I
there's a
can't
few
afford that.
people. Yeah, I've always wanted to do that. I would do that for AEW. Go to every AEW show, but I don't know how. Like the guy on WWE, the guy in the green shirt, he goes to
Yeah.
every WWE show for the past for a decade or almost now.
Yeah,
I
a
don't see
long
how
time.
he affords that, and he doesn't work with WWE. Or even if he did, he wouldn't say he did. But
There's a dude that goes to house shows and TV tapings, just every one of them.
I would like to see Top Flight get the belts in the next few years. I like Top Flight, but they need to be stable for a little bit.
ooh,
Without injury.
That's what I mean by stable.
Yeah.
Like both there at the same time, consistently.
Yeah, they got to stay healthy at least for a year,
Yeah.
at least a whole year, but without any injuries.
And like this is counting the out of ring injuries as well, because we all know that they're just accident prone all over the place, not just in the ring.
At this point, you
Yeah.
got to watch what they do outside.
Yeah, like wow. Oh, I thought I saw.
That was a pretty good first match.
Wow.
Rampage. Brian Keith picked a win, but tomorrow you're taking an L.
I like that.
Tonight was actually Brian Keith's first win ever in AEW.
Really?
Yeah.
He's 1-7 now. All-time record. Still hasn't won a singles match. Uh-oh.
Oh, cool.
You know how my family's like big famous wrestling royalty in the UK? Well, I have a special announcement to make. My brother, Zodiac Zack Knight, has just become all elite, baby. Brother, come in here.
What?
Why?
That's what I'm asking. Like, why?
After
Where's
all
he
these
gonna?
years,
Where's
what
he
are you
gonna
gonna
fit
do?
in? I mean,
He's the most eligible bachelor in the Norfolk area.
well, that's not nepotism. I don't know what is.
And I get it, he's your brother, but yeah.
I like the water bottle. Yeah.
I mean, I get you trying to live off your sister's relevancy, but
She's about to be fixed.
But I watched his most recent match and it wasn't trash. I mean, here anyway.
No, he's not bad.
Yeah, it wasn't trash. Like, hi, darling. Hi.
I just don't know
I'm
where
just
he
like,
fits in
why?
AEW.
Exactly. Like, why?
That's me.
I mean, I get that's her brother. Nothing wrong with being there for your brother, but I don't get it.
I remember
I just want
someone
to see him in ring more. Once I see him in more, and I want to see him if he can develop his own storylines that don't just have to do with Soraya. I would love that. I understand like the bringing him into the fold, using her just for like the relevance. I get it. But like, who knows how long their little thing is gonna last? Maybe it'll lead to something fun in the story. I hope so. Anyway.
it'll probably end up him being a Ring of Honor eventually. I bet.
Yeah, well, you never know. Might make him a superstar. You know.
I remember like lately, Deanna Peralta's husband, Steve Macklin, like people saying that he should go to AEW, but I don't know what he'd do there. Like I don't know what he would do in AEW.
I'm interested though. I mean,
like TNA is perfect for him. Like Deanna, there's a spot for her in AEW. But Steve Macklin, like where would he go in AEW? Like he would just be in catering.
I don't know who that is.
And one male and female faces a ladder match on Revolution pre-show would be great. Oh, the Face of the Revolution ladder match. Yeah, they haven't announced that this year for some reason. Normally they have that every year around Revolution.
Mhm.
So normally, well, last year they had it on the Dynamite before Revolution. This year they haven't talked about it at all. So I don't know,
Hmm.
but
Oh my god. I don't know what we're agreeing to, darling. I forget already. You know me. I have a horrible memory. And who are these jobbers? I was actually just about to ask who the tag is in there. The other tag.
well, I was gonna
I think
say,
he's agreeing. I think he's agreeing to Soraya's brother. What you said about him.
Sorry, I have a horrible memory.
yeah, I don't know where they got these guys from.
I don't know either, but it looks like the bro drew on his pants with Sharpies. He's like, I bought white leggings, and then I'm going to design them myself, which is great in theory.
In theory,
Yeah, I mean, until you wash them a couple of times,
right?
We
which
got,
it looks like he may have, hopefully.
hey,
I'm
if
sure they're
R-Truth
locals.
really had a son, this would be a son right here. Little Jimmy. This is little Jimmy right here. This is R-Truth's son.
Little Jimmy.
Somehow he made his way to AEW.
He got there. He got there.
R-Truth doesn't even know his
Stick it
son's
out.
there. R-Truth doesn't even know his son's there.
He made it there despite his father.
I think it'd be a lot more entertaining if he was our truth son.
That'd be a lot more entertaining.
He would be. Like, he'd have to be
We
some
always
sort of
talked about little
interesting.
Jimmy, and we never seen little Jimmy after all these years, but he finally made an appearance.
Okay, Johnny, am I silly? Who is this?
Yeah, I think if Steve Macklin go in the Ring of Honor would be perfect for him. Like if they build an ROH as a separate brand, that would be perfect for Steve Macklin. I actually want them to do that, like build ROH as its own. It kind of like be AEW's own version of NXT, but it's still it's still standalone and feels very different.
Yeah, I like that idea.
I think they're finally starting to progress it a little bit more. I did watch Athena and Nyla Rose on YouTube. I believe it was this last Thursday, and it was actually a really, really good match. So, yeah, I agree with that, Johnny. Steve Macklin. I wish they would have kept Dark and Elevation this time.
Me too.
Yeah, once they picked up Collision, that kind of. Well, once they picked up Collision and ROH, that kind of took a lot.
No, it sucks because you could see more indie stars on watching Dark and Elevation. I mean, it was kind of a cool way of seeing indies. You know, folks from the indies that you normally don't see.
Mid-card story on there too.
Once they picked up Collision, they really had to cut back on some programming, I guess. So but they could have kept one of them, Scott Demora. I don't know about buying it. Maybe TK hiring Scott Demora and being head booker. That sounds pretty good. And it's like AEW trying to do a remake of the Young Bucks. I actually kind of enjoy this.
I love this.
I wish they were wearing their jackets, though, the bloody jackets, but.
Oh, those bloody jackets are so great. Oh, don't get in there, Shivani. You know better.
It's kind of like Elvis impersonators right now.
He is fedored up, man. Look at that hat.
Oh, that's a cool Jeff Hardy shirt. Like the fan behind Tony Schiavone, that Jeff Hardy shirt. That's really cool. Jeff Hardy's making a lot of his presences on Rampage, it feels like.
And I swear to God, I tripped on my own shoe and I fell into you and you fell down. And I just want to clear the air and apologize to you right here.
What?
So sorry.
It was an accident.
We do love you. We went and got you this $25 Amazon gift card.
$25 Amazon.
An Amazon gift card. Those come in handy though.
We love you, Tom. We are
I'll take it.
They're supposed to say sorry. $25.
We're sorry about. We're also sorry.
I can always use a gift card.
We can't get Darby
I don't mind it. I think it's nice and different.
I'll never enjoy anything purely the Young Bucks, but this is better than seeing Marina Shafir in a match. I will take this. I will take this any other day besides having a Marina Shafir match on TV.
Anything but her.
I agree.
I mean anything. I mean, the lower, like, if you got to put the worst, I mean, I hate to say this, but bring back Rick Ross, and that was a stupid segment.
Rick Ross.
Rick
Oh
Ross
man,
and
that's saying a
Trent
lot.
and Keith Lee, like that was a bad segment. I'd rather have a
That was
remake of that
horrible.
than have Mini Severe on AEW.
I think that's probably one of the worst segments they've ever had. Was Rick
Yeah,
Ross.
that was WCW. Vince Russo, bad booking.
Yeah.
Rick Ross doesn't know what the hell's going on. Keith Lee is dragging this story out. And then, how do you feel about Eddie Kingston reign as world champion so far? For me personally, doesn't really feel like his ROH run has been really on ROH.
Not overly.
Yeah.
He's ROH champion, but he's not on ROH really. So.
No, he's been all over the place lately. I'd love to check and see what he's been up to. I haven't been keeping tabs on what he's been doing outside the company.
The only thing I know he's doing is the stuff with Danielson on AEW. Yeah, anything besides Manchester here, anything.
Sweaty feet.
Anything. I mean, if you gotta come out with the dullest, most stupidest match, do it instead of Manchester here.
Dental Office Part 2!
I'd rather do that than another Maria Shavir match. I'd rather do that. Bring back Big Swole and Britt Baker and redo all out.
Big Swole, even, yeah. Bring her back.
I really prefer not to, but if I had to choose, then.
I serve two evils.
You got to think Tony Khan using the Young Bucks too much, using the other talent.
I do not. They've been out for so long. They've taken a break for so long. They took the fall at Wimbledon and everything, and everyone's like, they booked themselves to win all the time. Take a look. I don't know.
They haven't really been doing much. Well, it feels like their last big match was at was it Wrestle Dream against Omega and Jericho?
I believe so. And there was a
They
last
haven't really
big
been doing much. I mean, they've been on Rampage and Dynamite, like appearances, but they haven't really been wrestling. So,
and even at that, their appearances have been quite limited. After the whole Punk fiasco, I feel like they've just taken a huge step back, and they're slowly now reintegrating themselves as wrestlers.
When they came back, when they came back and they did the Death Triangle Best of 7 series, that was really good.
Yeah.
And then they did BCC. They drove that the hell out. But the Blood and Guts match was actually pretty good. But the whole story, they drove that the hell out.
Yeah.
But yeah, they haven't really been doing. I mean, they won their tag team title shot and they lost against the Golden Jets. And Golden Jets are still owed a tag team title shot. I hope they know that because they still have. Even though Jericho got a tag team title shot, it was the Golden Jets, not Jericho and Sammy. So whenever Kenny gets back, Golden Jets are owed a tag team title shot. I still want to see them as tag champions, the Golden Jets.
You know what? I never thought about that, but you make a great point right there, man. I had never thought about that.
What?
Well, the Golden Jets having being owed a tag team title shot.
Yeah, because they were supposed to get it at World's End, but then Kenny Omega got sick, so they couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So after seeing him on Twitter, he was doing something. He looked pretty good. So imagine if Hangman can't compete in the Triple H place. Keith Lee isn't. He ain't able to do nothing. So he's.
I thought he was injured too, but
yeah, he's supposed to have multiple injuries. Keith Lee is. Surgeries, I mean. So he'll be out for a while. But I have heard about that Hangman pulling out of the event for Revolution. Some do have a personal issue or something, I guess.
So he's not injured.
Well, it sounds like that they did that angle just in case he couldn't be there.
Oh, okay, like writing him off. Okay.
I don't know why he wouldn't be there, but something like family-wise, or I don't know. That'd be a personal issue. But
you never know, but better to be safe than sorry with storyline-wise.
But knowing Hangman, he could be refusing to want to lose a match. So
I just hope he loses. I
Doesn't
wish
want brother.
I won't be surprised.
I'm like, no.
He's done this before, so But either way, he's not going to win the title. I
I
mean,
hope not. The worst
any
decision.
obstacle, does anyone want to see him win the title? He's been a big name for AEW, but he does not need the world title right now.
He's had his shot. He's had his run.
He blew it.
I do think Hangman will win it again one day. He is going to be an AEW champion again, but not anytime soon. Like I think Kenny Omega's going to win it again. I think Moxley will win it again eventually. I think, but it's not one of those times. It's not their time right now. I mean, really, he shouldn't even be in this match, really, because Swerve technically beat him twice. So
yeah,
really, he shouldn't be in this match altogether. But Aslan Terrell, hey guys, are you guys want to do the Chamber on the afternoon tomorrow? Me and Mr. Jacobs are actually going to be doing it on the Wide World of Wrestling podcast, exactly when it goes live, 4 a.m. Central Time, 4 a.m. Central Time, 5 a.m. Eastern Time. Should be very interesting to see how that goes. But if you're interested in watching that, it'll be over there. The Wide World of Wrestling podcast. There's basically the sister channel that is to the All Elite Zone. But if you are interested, that's where we'll be doing that. And Chris Leclerc, Dakota Kai is cleared. Return next week. Team with Bailey to face Kairi Sane and Asuka. Yeah, I actually watched SmackDown and I've seen that. I feel like Dakota Kai is going to turn on Bailey. That's kind of, I can already see that happening. That's kind of very, very cool. Yeah.
I like to see her go out on her own, man. I love Dakota. She's awesome. And a fellow gamer, too.
Thanks, everyone, for watching. We've got a lot of people in here. From the people on Twitch and YouTube, thanks for watching. We definitely appreciate you all watching us. I don't want to talk about Don Callis, Tony. I want to talk about Jeff Hardy. I don't want to talk
shove Don Callis down your throat.
Yes, this is what we're going to talk about. We don't care about Don Callis. We don't care about that feud. I don't care. Quit talking about that. No one wants. I am tired of this storyline. No one cares about it. No one wants to see it. Jericho's on Fozzy. He doesn't care about it. Your career turned down a path you don't want to go down because. I don't want to see it. Please, no, I don't want to.
Here right now.
Why do you hate us so much, Tony?
It's just hilarious whenever Sammy tries to sound demanding. It's just funny.
You brought Sammy out here for this. I want to talk about Jeff Hardy, not Don Callis family. Go back to TNA or something. Yeah, that was actually pretty funny.
Yeah, that was. Sammy's actually got a cool jacket. I have one similar to that. That is a badass jacket,
though. Ooh, Hobbs. I still don't care about this, though. And I like both Sammy and Hobbs. Oh, almost didn't catch him.
Oh.
You sure you should be doing these moves after last week's Rampage incident? I don't even think you should be in the ring.
I agree with you on that one. I do. I agree with you on that.
You might be fixing it. Damn. Actually, taking it to Hobbs. Hobbs is going to have to do something. Yeah, that's what I thought. What a clothesline. That's a JBL type clothesline.
Yep, clothesline from hell.
at least Hobbs is getting some spotlight in this feud. At least that he's getting some type of recognition.
There you go. There's a silver lining there.
Even though I'm sick of this storyline, this has been going on since me and Adam went to Dynamite in August last year on All In, and they were doing this. And they're still doing this.
They're dragging it out, man. Dragging it out.
I don't care for it no more. I am done with it. I don't care which way you spend it, which way you blend it. I don't care if you make chicken shit out of it. I don't care. I don't want to see it.
You need to come up with a way to have like a Don Callis leaves the company match or something. I don't know.
I mean, what next? Is Mina Shavir going to be in this story? And I would flip out.
She can do the Callis.
I would flip out if they inserted Mina Shavir into the story. I would flip out.
Oh man.
Guy posted some really nice Valentine's Day pictures.
Besides CM Punk and Mox, I don't think AEW is keen on the people time more than once. I think Kenny Omega will win it again. The people who's already won it, I think Kenny Omega has a good shot of winning it again. Just because it's Kenny Omega. I think Hangman and Kenny will win again. Moxley as well. It won't be anytime soon, though. I actually think Moxley will end up being like an 8-time. Like when his career is over, I think he'll end up being like a 7 or 8-time AEW World Champion, probably.
Oh, probably.
I can actually see that, yeah.
Like 2035, he'll be an 8-time, 9-time. He'll be the Triple H of AEW, like 10-time champion, 11-time. But it won't be for a long time.
Probably not.
Twitter for Jeff Hardy Swanton from the height. Oh wow! As someone who's Jeff Hardy's been my favorite wrestler for years. Out of childhood, he's my favorite. Probably the one where he did on Randy Orton. It's on Raw, but he did it from the stage. I don't know if anyone remembers, but he did it from the stage onto like these tables and cords and whatever. Big explosion happened. That was my favorite. But yeah, another good one. The one where he did. I'm pretty sure it was like the one he did against Manga. It was like it was outside, but I'm pretty sure there was some kind of trampoline or something to catch him. But,
yeah, I think one of my favorites was when he did one off the Titantron. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, or the one where he did at WrestleMania 18, I believe. In the 3-way ladder match.
Yeah.
What about you, Siren?
I was really, really little. I remember him. It was off. You know where the people come out, like not the where the wrestlers come out, but like where the football people come out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He was off in one of those, and it was pretty cool.
I don't know anywhere where Jeff Hardy hasn't jumped off.
Right?
Yeah, he's pretty much jumped off everything.
Like where hasn't he? Where hasn't he jumped off?
I'll be right back.
I'm really bummed out about this match already.
Oh.
Mariah J. I believe in you.
She's a pretty hard striker. She really is. Exactly where my head was going. Mariah May.
Oh, okay.
Heavy hitter. As she accelerates through the ropes, went for the drop kick, side steps. Anna coming in, neck breaker. Anna not faced. Anna J.
I say Anna's looking good tonight in the match. I mean, she's putting on a little match here.
Very, very good.
Looking great doing it.
Win.
It seemed not too long ago, Anna, she would get flustered. The inexperience would get the better of her. And even though she's given up experience in years, Mariah May in this match, she's still getting it to
Don't you dare say that, Johnny. That sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't say that.
If you put that, leave it out there.
Me too, James.
Yeah.
They've been building that for a really long time, and I think it's going to be really awesome.
Yeah, eventually, Tony and Brian May is going to have a match. It reminds me of Trish Stratus and Mickey James a little bit. And Trish Stratus lead out. And Trish Stratus and Mickey James had a lot of good matches against each other once they kind of turned on each other. So
yeah, they have a lot of parallels with those.
A lot of matches. I believe they did go against her in TNA. I could be wrong, but
I think so.
I usually trust your memory for that kind of stuff, Connor. 9 times out of 10.
Around 2005 TNA, Jeff Hardy was in TNA and Sabu was too. So 90%
they're there at the same time.
Or if it didn't happen one-on-one, it was in a multi-man match. Because I know Jeff Hardy did a lot of matches with like Abyss and Monty Brown and Raven. He probably did do something with Sabu there. I could be wrong, but
Monty Brown, that's what I was thinking of the other day, because me and a friend of mine were talking about some of the most underrated wrestlers that ever went through TNA, and Monty Brown was one of them. Like one of the most underrated.
He went to WWE for a little bit, but they put him on the ECW, but they didn't really go anywhere. They changed his name.
I've got his name there.
It's Marcus something. But Monty Brown Monty Brown was where he could have really made a name for himself. Like he could have been what Big E is, or probably bigger than Big E. But I don't. Probably should have been TNA, but I don't even know what he does now. I've always wondered what he does these days.
Yeah, me too. I think he retired due to some family issues. Something was going on with his family. He did early retirement.
Come on, Anna.
Monty Brown and Powerhouse Hobbs would have been good. There's a lot of matches that Monty Brown could have been a world champion in TNA or one of these companies if it's really on WWE because like that was really his last big thing in wrestling. Mm-hmm. And then after that, he kind of fizzled out into dust, really. Yeah, Marcus.
From what I hear, it was his choice to retire.
Marcus Carvon. Yeah, that sounds
right.
Yeah,
Carvon.
I've always wanted to meet him. I don't know what he does anymore. But in TNA, he had a lot of good matches with Abyss and Jeff Hardy and Raven.
Pounce or the spear? That's a good question.
Pounce or spear?
It's spear all. I mean, a pounce all day. I mean, that's a much better move to me. It's a cooler looking move.
Oh, actually, 18 people in here.
Nice.
10 on YouTube, 8 on Twitch. See, what did we have on Wednesday? What was the highest we got?
Well, I know I rated in with 24. I don't know how many was on YouTube, but at one point we had 24 on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
That broke a record there. I know the highest that we ever got on YouTube was 18.
Which is super freaking great.
Yeah.
But that was total 18. But if it's true of 25, then our goal is our all-time record is 25 now.
I believe in it.
Mm-hmm. So it's 25. So 26 will be breaking a new record. I wish I would have seen that last night. Not last night, but Wednesday. I don't know how I missed that. I think I went out and then I came back in. And even though I kind of already know Anna Jay's not going to win this, it's still good to have her on TV more.
Yeah, definitely.
But she has picked up 2 wins this year. She beat Ruby Soho on Rampage, and she won that 8-woman tag on Dynamite, the first Dynamite of the year. Jackson.
Oh yeah.
So she's picked up more wins than last year already. So is Red Velvet. She's picked up a few wins. So
Red Velvet, awesome. That's good for her.
Michael, the only way to fix it is promise to spend more to fix it is trying with the company. Now, fix our run, stand back to ours, or yeah. I'm like the problem. everything, all the problems would go away on Scott Demora, but I feel like it would help because Tony's booking Dynamite, like 3 weekly shows, and Ring of Honor, and pay-per-views, and sometimes Battle of the Belt. So maybe having like a booking team, like not the way WWE does it though. Well, I don't really know how WWE does it anymore since Triple H is in charge of creative. But when with Vince, it really wasn't a point of a creative team because people who make creative decisions, they always get turned down. So like you're just there giving ideas and they're all getting turned away. So, but maybe like Scott Demora and a few other people, and they just run ideas by Tony. Like they basically assistants, basically, and he takes some ideas, you veto some, yeah.
I mean, it definitely couldn't hurt having them there. It couldn't hurt, Personally, that's what I feel.
I think he would do pretty good in AEW, or even being the head booker of ROH. That would be pretty good.
Yeah.
Damn. That was pretty good.
I think the way WWE does, I think they still have like a team of writers that they pretty much answer to Triple H. And like he'll do his, he'll cut through. But except for The Rock, The Rock has his own writers. Believe it or not.
And they got like producers. They got Bobby Roode. I actually seen the day that he's cleared, but he doesn't want to wrestle. That bums me out too. Bobby Roode, glorious Bobby Roode, does not finish his career the right way. Triple H is in creative. Vince's ass is gone. But
somebody that's not doing as well as you guys is Saraya. I don't know.
So their date went pretty well.
Early, but she had
I wish they would have had footage of their date. We didn't get to see it.
Yeah, that's weird, right? It's weird. Kind of like a poor man's Tom Hardy, right? Hard pass.
Personally, I don't know if bragging about being Norfolk's most eligible bachelor is a badge of honor.
The wrestling royalty. Raya. You said you don't care about me. You said I don't get.
Oh, I know what they're gonna do.
The reality.
Yes, I can see already what they're fixing to do in the story.
Planting those seeds.
And unhappy without me.
It's gonna be Saraya and her brother versus Angela Parker and Ruby Soho.
Start talking about him. That's when you and I.
That would be awesome.
You're probably right about that too. You're probably right.
You know what? I know you're sick of hearing about it.
You've been calling it lately.
Why don't we invite everybody out?
Sometimes wish I was wrong. Sometimes.
And we'll shove this right down.
My dream stuff.
They've got to be a real couple now. I just know why they're playing this. They could just be playing it on TV, but
if they're playing it for TV, they're doing a damn good job.
Yeah, like this is the very first if it's not real, like the very first romantic, not real story in AEW history.
They come up like
Sammy and Ty is actually together. Johnny and Ty is actually together.
I'm not used to seeing Ruby in a dress, but she looks amazing.
Who should be the next filler that wins the title? Darby Allin, probably. Darby Allin's really like wrestler who pays his dues and all that. He's done all that. He's worked with like every top guy that ever came through there. CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Edge, Sting, Christian Cage, Brody Lee, like everybody he's worked with. He's won against them. He's beat some of them. He's listening. You don't ever see him complaining about having to go against someone or this or that. So he's been a TNT champion, 2-time TNT champion, now tag champion. He's beat some of the biggest names in AEW. He's won against some of the biggest names in AEW. So it's definitely not Jack Perry because he's not really doing anything. Sammy, it's between Darby or Sammy, but probably Darby first. Yeah, Darby's done. He's literally worked with everyone. Like every big talent that's ever came through, he's worked with. And he had no problem working with either. So,
yeah, he has no problem putting people over at all.
True.
Like he's put people over. He's beat people. Like there's. like besides MJF, like MJF and Darby are the two main homegrown pillars to really make a name for themselves.
Hmm.
Really do it all on their own. I mean, of course, Sting gave Darby that extra push because
Yeah.
people who didn't know Darby knew Sting. Like when Sting made his debut, they're like, "Hey, Sting's in AEW. Who's Sting with? That's Darby." So now they're friends with Darby because they know Sting. So, but now since Sting's looks to retire, a lot of those new Darby fans will stick around for Darby. So,
I really do enjoy Darby. I think I would have enjoyed him without Sting, but like, what a little cherry on top.
yeah, Sting really got a whole new fan base on him, which is not a bad thing because
No.
Sting really put a lot of those people that wasn't like not just Sting. I mean not just Darby. I mean, there's a lot of people that a lot of fans probably didn't know that Sting worked with until female legends wouldn't mind seeing an AEW.
Oh, good one.
Believe it or not,
Ooh.
if you want to, does anyone know who Jazz is?
Yes, Jazz. I love her.
She was
She's
in AEW.
awesome.
She was in AEW one time at All Out 2019, the Women's
Mhm.
Casino Battle Royal.
Let me see. Off the top of my head, Beth Phoenix. It'd be cool to see her. I like Beth
Yeah, we
Phoenix.
were actually,
Plus Edge being there.
yeah.
Lita.
Lita, here we go.
Well,
She was
yeah,
actually
that-
going to come to AEW. 2021, she was going to come, but for whatever reason, I believe I've seen the interview that she was like, what would I do in AEW? Like, she's been in WWE all these years. Like, what would I really be doing there?
I thought she had like a
Anything
Legends
you
contract
wanted.
at WWE.
Yeah, but she's basically she'll be. I don't see her ever wrestling anywhere else besides WWE. Yeah, but I was.
Lita's a good choice though.
But that'd have been interesting. The Hardys and Lita in the same company again.
Yeah.
I just loved Lita growing up.
Team Extreme back.
Have they ever reunited before? The Hardys and Lita.
Uh,
Ever since
no,
what
I
happened?
don't know. I don't know. I mean, with all the stuff that happened between, Matt and Lita, I mean, I don't know if they've ever really.
Oh.
I know they've been in the same. I know they've been in the same place, but I don't know if they've ever just reunited and just did it for a show.
For me, I'd say Gail Kim would be pretty good. Gail Kim or Victoria.
Oh, Gail Kim, that'd be great. Yeah.
Well, that's how to make you popular really quick.
Just a Grease type gimmick. And, hey, I can actually see that on him. Grease character.
I never thought we'd have a Grease reference on the show, but there you go.
I would love it.
I could see that with Andrew Parker.
That'd be funny.
Now, I wonder if Jake Hager's going to lose by disqualification again, like his last fight. I actually watched that again the other day, and it was pretty funny. I think Jake Hager could actually make a good TNT. I think he could actually make a good TNT champion, Jake Hager.
I think so.
He's really, really big in person. I can't stress enough. On TV, it does not give him access. He's yeah, he's All American. Like that's what his character was in WWE, All American. But he actually was he's an amateur wrestler and All American. He did amateur wrestling in high school.
Yeah.
Belter MMA. He retired from Belter MMA undefeated and one draw.
One draw.
He was three. He won three and I won. Well, the draw he kind of didn't. He low blow the guy 3 times and said it was by mistake.
Come on, dude. Like once okay, I can see as a mistake. After that, you're that's a target. You're targeting them.
Exactly.
And like the inner circle was there for that because that was when MJF and the Inner Circle and the Pinnacle had joined together or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if he planted that or what, but it was funny. He has logos like not just any logo, like his knee, like in MMA, you can't really low blow someone, so he takes his knee in.
Yeah,
It was pretty. I would like to interview
it was a
him.
cheap shot, man. It was a couple
I'd
of
like to
cheap
interview
shots.
him about that.
Just like to note one of the many, 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 many times I'm thankful that I don't have testicles.
I want to know the story behind that. I want to interview him. I'm like, why'd you?
Why'd you do that, man?
He probably could have won that fight because he was 10 times bigger than the other guy.
Yeah.
Jake Hager probably could have. He probably could have done a lot more with that if he would have stuck with it. But I believe he retired from it to focus on wrestling more. I wonder if probably
make more money doing that.
Yeah, you say that probably.
I was just thinking who may be in that mascot's outfit.
Sometimes it's no one, but since the mascot's sticking around, it's probably someone.
There's gotta be somebody in there sticking around.
Yeah, I think TNA is going to regret that too. I do hope that TNA still continues their momentum and they try to sign bigger names and stuff. But yeah, I think they're going to regret that. The TNA actually has a show tonight. I've seen some of the highlights. It looks pretty good. So I'll still keep up TNA. But I think Siren, you said that you were watching TNA a little bit.
I have been, yep.
I know tonight they had what was it? No Surrender. I'll have to watch that after the dozens and dozens of other wrestling stuff I'm fixing to watch in the next few hours.
I have to finish ROH after this, and then I don't know if I have anything else I need to catch up on.
Well, you might want to do your Josh Alexander's contract was supposed to this year. TNA extended it by themselves. So Josh Alexander was wanting to explore free agency, but without his consent, they extended his contract for another year. So
is that legal? I mean, can they do that?
That's pretty cool. Like TNA announced it a few days ago that they extended his contract, which they said that he's still gonna he was gonna resign probably either way. But
I was about to say, man, what if you wanted to leave? Like, no, you're not going anywhere.
I probably wouldn't have done that, but I guess he's really their last big star. Like Josh Alexander reminds me so much of Kurt Angle. He's pretty much their last big star. I mean, look at other good ones like Motor City Machine Guns and Moose and a few others, but now we're getting close to
coming close to the Enskis.
We will have a special guest announcement tonight. If you guys seen our promotional stuff on our Twitch and YouTube, actually emailed a few people about interviews. I got a few responses. One is kind of already mentioned him earlier, but I don't want to say he is coming on, but it's a good chance he is coming on. But there's one other one that is confirmed that's going to be on here.
Sweet.
I might as well let the chat. I think it'd be fun if I let the chat guess who it is. So this person is confirmed. Will be on March 13th, which is a special day. AEW will be in Boston that day for big business. So I thought having an interview on that date would be kind of fitting. Big business, having an interview. The person was with WWE. They were with WCW, TNA, ECW, even AEW. They were in AEW for a few matches, or maybe one match, but they were in AEW. And they kind of started an evolution in WCW, maybe even in ECW. They started the cruiserweight division. They started a whole evolution of cruiserweights coming through WCW, and then eventually WWE would copy them, and then TNA would copy them, and then everyone was doing the same thing because of what WCW did.
Okay.
So this person,
I think I figured it out, but
who do you think it is?
there's a number. There's a number of names I have.
This person was in WCW. I mean, they were in TNA here recently. Maybe a year ago they were.
So I'm thinking I want to say Juventud, but I don't know.
There's a lot of good. There's a lot of good luchadors and hot flash come through WCW. Who was it? Paul London. You got Julio Guerrera, Psychosis, Rey Mysterio Jr.
But I gotta kind of narrow it down because you've also said they're in ECW, correct?
That person was in ECW, and they were in AEW for one match.
So yeah, I think
MJF actually mentioned.
I might just go with who.
MJF actually mentioned this person in AEW. Well, actually, MJF didn't even know who this person was. And then later down the road, he would come to AEW to go against Chris Jericho. Yeah, that's got to be Orange Cassidy. That's Orange Cassidy. That has to be.
150%.
Well, it's not Orange Cassidy under the mascot, but Orange Cassidy is coming out.
So who's the mascot's reactions during the match? It's hilarious.
He got his hat back.
He likes that hat.
How did Orange Cassidy get it from Danhausen? Because didn't Danhausen have the hat?
That's a good question. Maybe he traded some teeth for it or something. I don't know.
AEW's got a lot of weird people in that locker room. Between Orange Cassidy and Danhausen and Hook, and you never know who you're going to find back there.
It's a very colorful locker room.
Danhausen's match on ROH was absolutely phenomenal. It was so satisfying to get to see him shove teeth down somebody's throat and kick him in the mouth, even if it was freaking Brandon Cutler. It was good.
Gotta love that Danhausen.
Oh, yes, we do. Somebody had this really sweet flag that was like, I love that Danhausen flag, and I was like, oh. Can't point it out.
I always love that move that Jake Hager does. That finishing move. He transitioned to kind of like a Batista bomb, but he does it in a little different way. I've always thought that's a unique move to use in wrestling. Got the angle lock. I don't call it the ankle lock. I call it the angle lock. Yeah, they're going to cost him this match.
That hat is unbelievably over.
Roderick Strong picks up the win. Defeats
Wow.
Jake Hager.
Oh, yeah.
It was a pretty decent main event. It was good to see Jake Hager wrestling more.
Definitely.
JW at Revolution, they have something called Meat Madness they're going to be doing. So, and Wardlow mentioned it and Hobbs mentioned it, so maybe they're going to be doing something with a lot of big men. Maybe the Meat Madness is their face of the Revolution ladder match type style match this year.
Hmm.
If it is, I hope Luchasaurus is not in it because I don't want to see him win it. Someone tells me he's going to win it, then they're going to do the same thing again with the World's End. At World's End, this time Luchasaurus is going to actually win the title.
Now, be careful what you say, Connor. The wrestling gods are listening.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I'm
Connor.
probably going to be right. I said that about John Moxley that one night he submission. He won by submission. But I'm going to call it now.
Orange Cassidy, Blood Orange. Speak it into existence.
I'm going to call it now. At Revolution, they're going to have a Meat Madness. Luchasaurus will win. And then Christian Cage, or it doesn't matter who wins that match. Either Christian Cage is going to win, and Luchasaurus is going to get the title back, or Daniel Garcia is going to win, and Christian Cage is going to want another rematch. This time, Luchasaurus is going to give him a rematch. Then Luchasaurus is going to win the title back.
Oh, okay, I see.
I say by the no matter what Revolution, Luchasaurus will be your TNT champion. I hope I'm wrong.
I like it.
I really want Christian Cage to retain. I feel like he's too hot right now, though. Because Daniel Garcia, like, if he wins it, I can already see the momentum being lost if he wins it. Because that dance can only carry you so far. He's going to have to create a whole nother dance.
Yep.
Yeah. The dance won't carry you too many places.
I like the dances.
But
I could do another dance.
But I'm really excited for that match. Garcia and Christian Cage. That's one of the matches I'm definitely looking forward to. And I wouldn't mind if Daniel Garcia did win, but I still want Christian Cage.
Of course.
I think he's an awesome heel, and with that belt, it just gives his, like, everything he says a little bit more oomph behind it. You're not just like, oh yeah, you're talking out of your ass, you know? Like, you're like, I guess you have a belt. You may be a douchebag, but you have a belt. Like, you know, I don't know.
It just pushes it even further.
Yeah,
he's really made the TNT title feel like a world title again. Like,
yeah,
totally. I agree with that.
So if, like, that's what I was going to say, that it was going to be triple threat. Well, that's what we thought it was going to be. Doesn't really make sense why they're doing it this way, but the only way I can see the reason they're doing it is because Adam Copeland, Edge, is actually injured, so they have no choice but to make it a one-on-one. But because it makes no sense, because, you know, Swerve and Hangman was a time limit draw, and they got a triple threat out of that. But Daniel Garcia and Edge, their match was a disqualification because of Nick Wayne. So, if it made sense, then Adam Copeland and Garcia and Christian Cage would be a triple threat. But the only reason they may not be doing that is because Edge is actually injured and he can't compete. Because I don't think they would leave him off the pay-per-view. Because Edge is a big name in AEW, and I don't think they would want to leave him off the pay-per-view unless he really was injured. So if he really is injured, then there's nothing they can really do about that. So having Christian Cage and Daniel Garcia makes sense. But Adam Copeland's still coming for that belt. Like, there's no way that he loses it at World's End. He wins the belt for 3 minutes, loses it, then never gets it back.
Not even 3 minutes. Come on, just because that's what it says on there. We were all together. We watched it. It
right.
was like
it was no way near 3 minutes. Yeah, it was very, very, very short amount of time.
Either way, he did win the belt.
He did.
And there's no way he's not going to win it back. There's no way he wins it for that short amount of time and never gets it back. He'll probably win it again. Then this time have an actual run with it. Danhausen versus R-Truth will be coming. Yeah.
You missed a guess. There was a guess.
Yeah, R-Truth's son, Little Jimmy, was wrestling. He was in the tag team match with the Young Bucks. He was. R-Truth probably doesn't even know Little Jimmy's there tonight. Didn't even know. R-Truth could be he's in Perth, Australia probably right now. Or who knows? He's probably in Mexico and he probably thought the Elimination Chamber was in Mexico. But actually in Perth, Australia. he went to Mexico.
I can see
I
that
love
too.
R-Truth. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
awesome.
He got hit in the head too many times, but
Still a phenomenal guy.
I like it. It's really, really funny the way he pulls all that stuff off. Yeah, I guess I can finally make the special guest announcement. The person that I was referencing earlier, who was in WWE, WCW, ECW, TNA, AEW, and all of these promotions. He started a revolution, as I said, in WCW, continued it through ECW, and eventually became a global phenomenon. As Mr. Jacob said, Juventud Guerrera will be on here March 13th. March 13th is the reason it's the perfect date because AEW Big Business will be that date, March 13th. Supposed with the debut of someone in AEW. And Juventud Guerrera actually trained with Mercedes Moné a little bit. A lot here recently he has. So he will be on here an hour before Dynamite, 6 p.m. Central Time, 7 p.m. Eastern, right before our Dynamite live reaction. So if you guys want to ask any questions, we'll pop up some questions and answer them.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be sick.
He actually had a lot of matches with one of my favorite matches was him and Ultimo Dragon in WCW, 1997, 1998 or 97. Juventud Guerrera was really, really, really good. WWE run, not so great. Well, the matches were good, but just the way come up with a tractor and they were called the Mexicals, which the Mexicals sounds like a cool name, but it was. Do you know who the Mexicals are, Mr. Jacobs?
Yes, I know the Mexicals very well.
Super crazy. It was super crazy, Psychosis, and Juventud Guerrera.
Can't do that gimmick today though. You'll be canceled immediately.
Which I thought was actually pretty cool because I thought they were like me watching as a kid, they were really, really good in the ring, super crazy.
Yeah, they were awesome.
But looking about it years later, I mean, the matches were good, but I don't.
The gimmick didn't age well.
Well, the stuff that JBL did with it, he.
Oh man, that went far. I think that's one of the times they actually went too far when JBL.
If anyone knows the JBL and Eddie Guerrero storyline, then you know everything that happened. Ask him which is his favorite cruiserweight match he's part of. You can ask that yourself if you want.
Please do come by.
Yeah, he'll be on here. As I said, March 13th, an hour before Dynamite, our Dynamite live reaction. So it'll be 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. It doesn't matter what time zone you're in. As long as you're here an hour before Dynamite, we'll be here for interview. I'm not sure what time that'll be, Mountain Time and
all that fun stuff.
Yeah, but I know Central Time, 6 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. I'm really excited to have him on. He is very, very quickly put together.
I only have one problem with this, Connor. What am I supposed to wear now?
I don't know what I'm going to do either. So.
Okay, yeah, but since this is the pink meanie, now I gotta do some sort of Juventud.
He has a lot of cool cosplay stuff.
This is gonna be my whole next couple weeks. You guys know that, right? I'm just gonna be like, what am I gonna wear?
He has a lot of cool tights, and he's very, very colorful wrestler.
I'm excited to go through looks tonight.
A lot of luchadors are colorful, and pretty much any luchador is a colorful wrestler with their mask and tights. But Juventud is on a different level of craziness. I'm really excited to have him on. Very last minute, not very last minute, but very quickly put together. But there is also some other people I've been talking to, as I mentioned earlier. Could see another House of Black member on here. We had Buddy Matthews on here before. So Malachi Black, Brody King, Julia Hart, as a possibility. Next interview, March 13th, Juventud Guerrera. We'll be posting about it really soon. We'll be posting about it on our socials. We'll be back tomorrow for our AEW Collision live reaction. And Wednesday, we'll be back for Dynamite. Live-wise, we'll be back for Tuesday, AZ Canada, episode 29. AZ Canada is now live every Friday, every Tuesday. AZ Canada is live every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. A whole new show format we've got set up. It seems people like it a lot more. More people are tuning in for it. So definitely stay tuned for AZ Canada and our Dynamite reaction next week, talking meat and all that stuff. Yeah, all talking. Anything else for you? Great show. Thank you, channel. Thank you, James. We definitely appreciate that. We definitely appreciate your support. Definitely, if you're watching on Twitch, definitely subscribe on YouTube as well.
Heck yes, do it up.
Yeah, we'll see you guys. Time live will be. We'll see you guys tomorrow for Collision.
Peace.
Have a good